I'm hitting the road on my way up to South Dakota for the first turkey hunt of the year. After South Dakota, we got a turkey hunt in Texas, and then a helicopter hog hunt there as well. And then back to Colorado for that float trip me and Danny are going to do for turkeys. So really excited. I got the rental car all loaded down, as you can see the back here. Got all the turkey gear back there and some fishing poles as well. I'm going to stop in Nebraska on the way back from this trip and hit an old walleye hole I have. Really excited. I have a 6-hour and 45-minute drive up to this spot in South Dakota, and I might be going through a blizzard. So I brought the snow camo. Might make for some pretty tough turkey hunting, but if we can get it done, it'll be some pretty cool footage. So hopefully we can get everything on film, and yeah, hopefully I get up there safe. So stay tuned. Oh, all right, we made it almost. I'm about a minute or two from this place. Driving down this gravel road that is just buried in snow, and this little two-wheel drive rent-a-car that weighs as much as a freaking toy car. All right, before I pattern this gun in, I just wanted to give you guys some tips. First of all, practice like you play. Wear all the same stuff you're gonna wear, shoot all the same stuff you're gonna shoot the same way you're gonna shoot it. So you'll see here, I'm gonna probably be spot and stalk hunting. So I'm gonna shoot off my knees, and I'm probably gonna be using the trigger sticks here, so I'll use that. Luckily, we're gonna play in the blizzard, so we're gonna practice in the blizzard. So that was the first shot with the number 9 Pendelton Animal TSS at 40 yards. You can see the pattern here is just dense. It's incredible, but it's a little bit to the right. So I'm gonna go ahead and move the speed beat. I'll show you how to do that in a little video here. So on the range, you could tell our pattern was a little bit to the right, which means our dot's too far to the left. So all I did was come in here and took the screwdriver on the Fast Fire, move that dot slightly to the right. And if you can see through here, bam, that red dot is perfectly aligned with our bead now. So we're gonna go give it another shot, and we'll see what that pattern looks like. I adjusted the Fast Fire, and it just got all covered. So I just removed the snow cap, and you can see I have a clear view now. So I'll put the second round in here, and we'll see how the pattern is. This is 40 yards. So, oh my goodness, that thing is peppered. All right, it fell off the box. It got hit so hard, but this is, look at this. That's 40 yards. That thing is smoked. Pattern's still a little bit right, the majority of it here. But I mean, look at that. That thing is dead. That's 40 yards. Using the Indian Creek choke tube, and then that new Pendelton, they started making turkey loads, and Steve West sent me some. So it's a TSS 9-shot, and that is a dead bird. Okay, so another good thing to pay attention to is the density of your pattern. So I know this is about how big my pattern is at 40 yards. So at 50 it's gonna be a little bit bigger, and at 30 it's gonna be a little bit tighter. So I know that I'm probably even effective 50, 60 yards with this gun. I can pattern to make sure, but just keep in mind how big that pattern is. That way, if you have, you know, a shot where a hen might be close to a tom, you have to know how big your pattern is. You don't want to accidentally shoot a bird you're not trying to shoot. Or on the other token, if you have 2 birds that you could possibly take with 1 shot, like you could here in South Dakota, you can know, all right, as long as the other head is in here, they're both toast. So it's a good thing to know kind of the density of your pattern and the size of it. So yeah, I am very happy with this shot, and I don't think we'll be having any troubles if we have to use the gun. So. We spotted a big group of turkeys up here. It's fucking white out. They're not talking at all. It's getting dark and they're about to go up to roost. So I'm gonna drop down in this creek bottom here. And you can see there's a little depression. So I'm gonna get down in there and just sneak right up on them. I'm using the gun for this one, so stay tuned.
Double, baby. Woo! Fucking double. Line them up. That's what I'm talking about. Did you see that? Two big old South Dakota longbeards. Yeah. Woo! That's that Pendelton ammunition. Oh my God. Indian Creek choke, my Beretta A400. Look at that. Snuck right up on him in this freaking whiteout. Are you kidding me? Look at this bad boy. Oh, two big old South Dakota longbeards. Look at that. Look at this big old boy. Oh, look at that. Oh, oh my God. Look at that. Look at the spurs. Oh yeah. Are you kidding me? That is epic. It is a freaking whiteout right now. And I just snuck up on two big old TOMS and scored a double off the ground. Are you kidding me? Just got to the gas station to fill up, and the gas lid was frozen, so we had to pry it open with a knife.
It's a little bit heavy. How's that so it works, because everything's frozen.
I mean, it's fucking miserable out here. But hey, we just doubled up in South Dakota. On to Texas. That's what I say. I could use some warm weather right about now. Crawfish boil.
Grab, hold, turn, out, hot. There's some guts.
All right, so it's the next day, and last night I was sitting there just kind of reflecting on the hunt and figured I'd do a quick video and just talk a little bit about some things gear-wise that helped me accomplish what I did yesterday. So if I had to pick one thing, I would definitely say it was the Burris Fast Fire. You know, the Fast Fire, the red dot itself, just with those whiteout conditions that we were in, I wouldn't have been able to make that shot without it. Specifically, you know, the Burris Fast Fire has this sunshade, and normally that's to stop a glare coming off the front lens there. In this case, it was stopping all the snow from covering the red dot. So even though it was just snowing like crazy, I could still see perfectly fine and had a clear sight picture. And that just allowed me to kind of wait for the two heads of the turkeys to just cross paths and line up. And the second they did, I squeezed off the trigger. Obviously, the Pendelton ammunition worked great. The birds barely even flopped. I was shooting, you know, Pendelton ammunition's actually been around for a while, but this is their new TSS load and number 9 shot. And then through that Indian Creek choke tube on my Beretta A400, it throws a super tight pattern, as you guys saw in the sight-in videos. The other thing that really helped yesterday was this diaphragm call. So being able to hands-free call allowed me to be able to stalk in on those turkeys. And then if you'll listen really careful in the video, you can actually hear I take my hand and I throw some sound off to my left. I just do a really light yelp, and that's what actually brought those birds out from around the corner. They couldn't see around the trees, so they had to come around the corner to see what they thought they heard, and that's what really gave me the shot and made it possible. So these diaphragms that I'm using here are Strut Commanders. This one is the Sandman. I absolutely love these things. You can get really loud, really quiet. Those high-pitched yelps of a younger hen, and then also you can get those low, slow, raspy yelps of the bigger boss hen. And yeah, it worked great for me yesterday. So yeah, it was a great hunt, and I'm really thankful. Really proud of this, both birds actually, but this one on the right, you can see that two-tone beard, a brown-black. I've never seen that before. It goes from black to brown to black to brown. And then in the back, I mean, 1.25 inch spurs. The bird weighs 24 pounds. Just an absolute mature tom. So really happy with South Dakota. And as you can see my breath. So it's cold, and I'm ready to head off to Texas and ready for the next stop of this turkey tour here. So stay with me, and we'll see how it goes in Texas.